this, because if they're not recorded, people can drop in and then they miss what was, except that so many of us are so busy. We like to be able to watch everything on record, on video.
Kim, I know how much you, and if you haven't met Kim Serafini before, wonderful founder of Positive Prime, yeah, welcoming her to the space as well. See Shannon's on the call as well, who we work closely with. Another awesome part of Positive Prime. And yeah, I know, Kim, you love your replays because you watch everything on 3 times speed. So I can't quite do that, but yeah, sometimes I like to speed it up. And I think it's a conversation starter. Is we can have these calls because we're still creating them together. Sandy loves to speed it up as well. Yeah, if we don't want to, if we have kind of a consensus that we don't want to record them, that's totally fine. But if you guys, I think we asked at the start and people were okay with it, so share the love. It feels pretty good. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, I'd like to invite you guys into a breath, just to really just roll your shoulders. I always like to roll my shoulders because it's not just about the breath when you're trying to drop into a bit of a relaxed state. So you can move your head up and down. You can look side to side. You wiggle your butt. Apparently we hold the most tension, you probably heard me say this before, in our jaws and in our butts. So, jaw loose. And yeah, just find a nice steady breath. So a nice steady breath, preferably if you can, in through the nose and out through the nose. But the mouth is fine also. We've talked a little bit about one of my favorite breaths as you continue to breathe is called the Tranquilo breath. And through the program that we're running at the moment, which I've just been on with Laura and Mark, who are on the call as well. They might be getting sick of me, especially Laura, because we had a call before that. Thanks to those who have put in the title, and thanks to Jackie for the message. Yeah, we're just breathing a normal pace, and the breath is called the Tranquilo breath. So you've probably done that one before as well, Jackie. It's a big breath in through the nose, and then a really slow breath out through pursed lips. So just practice that a few times. And as you're breathing out, you'll feel, those shoulders that you just shook and that jaw, it'll just get a little bit more comfortable. And I love this one too, because maybe we'll do one together. So if you want to just completely empty your lungs, in through the nose, a really big breath. And then on the exhale, I just want you to let go of everything from the day before. And you'll just be amazed at how long you can actually breathe out for with those pursed lips. Tranquilo. Tranquilo means calm in Spanish. So it's with an O, tranquilo. Comes from the word tranquil, beautiful, right? We all love that word, tranquility. So thank you for being here. If it's your first time, we usually just have a bit of a yarn about things. And we have a topic, but it's really an opportunity to ask any questions, to share what's been going on in your life. And yeah, if you need anything, let us know. Another little ritual that we have is if you feel the call, can you put in, this comes from Brene Brown, your percentage, how are you feeling at the moment? So what is it out of 100? Yeah, feel free to drop that in.
Benny, can you
90.
give me a scale, a little more clarity? 1 to 100, where 1 is what and 100 is what?
100 is awesome. Where, yeah, amazing, like you would be if you had 100% battery. And 0 is I'm flat and I need some support. But yeah, seems like everyone's getting it pretty good. Oh, I love 98. Lovely. Love a good 98. The reason that we do this, and Catherine, you're on at 70, so sending some love to Catherine. And literally that's the reason. And Audrey, 75, sending you some love as well, Audrey. 72, same to you, Kelly. If you feel like you want to send some, the beautiful thing about Zoom is you can send messages privately to people. If you want to send some encouraging messages, you can. And so the thing that's really important about this, and we don't do this in physical meetings as well, is often we'll just walk in and everyone will be there and we'll have our goals or whatever, if it's business or even with the family, sometimes we've got to get through these things and we don't really check in. We might give a kind of, we might just give like a, hey, how are you? Just as niceties. But when we really inquire into how someone's feeling, then it allows them to open up on dialogue. So, and also for us to hear them and support them. So I love the emojis as well. That's good. Maybe we don't need percentages. We'll just do emojis. Yeah, I need some support, Jackie. That's good. Yeah, let us know. So if anyone wants to unmute and let us know how they're feeling, or good or need a little bit of support, now's the chance before we get into the sort of topic.
All right, so I'll unmute because, and Katie, Kelly, people on my team, plug your ears because you don't know this. I had a session with someone who tapped into my Akashic records today. And for the last little while, I've been building some momentum around my nonprofit, the Teen Suicide Prevention Society. And according to my Akashic records, I'm supposed to be building that and getting ready to give it away to let a director of the nonprofit take care of it, and actually focusing on my individual work, the somatic intuitive techniques and the certification program that's been on the back burner. And so this happened earlier this afternoon and I'm going, wah! Yeah, I mean, I'm hosting the suicide prevention show this weekend and I've got the book for the suicide prevention show coming out in September, and I've got over here. And today I was told, well, yeah, let other people handle all of that and focus on helping people understand how to create the positive, powerful states of emotion, which of course is in perfect alignment with Positive Prime. So I figured if I was going to need support on this, I would bring it to this group. But yeah, I'm like, my ground got shaky today. So I'm here to sort of just hang out and start to feel a little more stable on this idea that what I've been doing is actually ready to take it out into the world.
Really cool. Yeah, so it's like almost feels like letting your child that's grown up off to university or wherever they go to next. It's like, well, they're off on the next adventure. That's what's next for me. So yeah, let us know if there's anything specific, Jackie, that's coming up. Maybe drop it in the text and maybe someone can reach out and support you on that. So does anyone else, before we jump on, anyone else feeling the call to unmute? Awesome. Oh, Linda?
I'll just jump in really quick. So I'm celebrating. Hi, Benny. Hi, Kim. Hi, everybody else. Katie and Jackie. And I didn't see who else was there. Sorry, I'm making dinner. I need food. It's been a big day, so I had my camera off. But as I heard you, Jackie, it made me smile because Mark and I just went to a weekend where we were hearing probably the two most influential people in my life. One, Rob Williams, who created the modality that I work with, and the other one, Dr. Bruce Lipton, who basically helped me understand that because my sister had cancer, it didn't mean that I was going to get cancer. And it was an amazing experience. But I got my marching orders in the work we're doing on that weekend, where basically through conversations with various people, I understood that I'm on purpose. And it was funny because I felt fear, and it cracked me up that the fear came up. That fear of saying, okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I know the contradiction makes sense. That it was a little bit similar to what Jackie was saying. It's like, oh, I was told that I need to do this. I was told, my side was, I was told I need to do more of what I'm doing and to do it quickly. So because the need is so big with the kids and the families right now. So I'm sitting with it and making decisions of how to go about it. But I'm definitely out of my comfort zone as well. So hey, Jackie, sending you love. I may be asking you guys for support too with this one.
Thanks, Linda. Like Jackie, both your work's so important in the world, and it's good to hear that you're following what I would say the signal in amongst a lot of noise at the moment. How can we follow our signal and listen to what comes through? And also, out of your comfort zone is a good thing sometimes, because I've just been speaking about flow states. There's actually something about when you put yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit, to a certain extent, you're pushing yourself into a space of something new, and that's really where you realize your potential. Because if we always just go to where we think we can go to, then you'll be highly unlikely to find a flow state or find that really like amplified space where you can show up in your fullness. So yeah, awesome, Linda. Hope that all works out. I'm sure it will with the supportive crew you got around you. So I don't want to keep talking for so much. I'd like to sorry, Catherine, did you have something to say? Go for it.
Yes, please. Well, I feel like normally I'm, on the other extreme, like on the 90, 95 level, and I've been having trouble finding my way a bit. I have trouble putting myself first. I have trouble doing the things I know I need to do for myself. I'm always being pulled, and I'm just recently, reading about the boundaries and, how to say no, because that's a hard one for me. But I need to really do more positive priming and do more work on myself, which I've been doing for like over 40 years, and it's not new for me, but this is new. And so I just, I'm here just to get myself in and to be able to help myself, and in doing so, then I can help others, which is that's me, that's who I am. So I can't separate that out, but I need to take more time for myself. So here I am. So, but thank you.
Thanks, Catherine. I'm gonna throw it to the floor. There's some amazing coaches and people in here. If anyone's got anything where they want to pick up a thread, I like to use the term riffing. It's from jamming when you're with friends. If anyone wants to pick up on what Catherine's just said and add something, go for it. Audrey.
Well, this is my third meeting with you, Benny, and I didn't realize how you started off the meeting. I was hoping to be uplifted, but not to share exactly how I was feeling. Because a couple of weeks ago, I lost my dog. It was a very hard decision. And I thought, I just want to come to a meeting sort of anonymously and be uplifted. And then all my dirty laundry was exposed, and I was feeling so vulnerable. So I know your MO now. And I just think it's very, I feel more intimate with you, having shared more of myself that I never would have, ever. So, and I'm back. So anyway, just thought I would share.
Thanks, Audrey. You're welcome. I think sometimes, you know, if we've got something like that, which is a big deal, sharing that with folks and is so important, because then they can help you through that process. And even if we're trying to jump to something and find something to uplift us, sometimes we need to do that processing, and that's what groups like this are super helpful for. And so I'm glad that we could be that for you last week and ongoing. Here we go. Welcome, Mayumi. Just logging in. Yeah, I'd love to just continue that. Does anyone else have? Because I'm learning at the moment, and it's all a co-creation of how are people using or finding Zoom rooms and technologies, whether it's Zoom or whatever else other people use. Are there anything that they're finding that is really working well for them and helping you drop into a space that feels like a safe space? I love that. Less is more. It's a comforting place to be. Thanks, Sandy.
So in answer to your question, Benny, I think it has a lot to do with the moderator, the person who's running the room. I know we've all over the past year and a half learned a little more about how to do that. But I really love the breathing exercise, as well as the how do you feel on the scale of 0 to 100. And I think it just, you know, allowing people to share in the very beginning, I think really sets up the meeting. So it's really down to the moderator, I think, and the types of things he or she starts with.
Awesome. Do people feel comfortable doing that kind of stuff? Like, what will be useful for this call? Like, how can I help you take forward some of these things into your own conversations, whether that's individually coaching one person or bringing into groups of, like, you know, multiple people like we are with having a chat right now.
Benny, ask your question again, because I didn't catch it all.
How about if I say the question back as I heard it and see if it connects with what I was going to respond to? What I heard you say, Benny, was, you know, you're here to hear any quandaries that we might have, and you're asking, you know, what's working well for us, and also are there any areas that we would like to learn from each other about? Is that in the ballpark? Okay. It's interesting. The timing of this is perfect, because yesterday I delivered a first of 4-part conflict navigation training to a law firm, and about 50 mixture, the entire staff. So it's very, very rare for the attorneys to be in the same meeting with the, they do call them secretaries. I'm not using that word in a negative way. And then all the others. And today, and I really, my aim is always to connect. So to make that connection and to support the system. And I've never met any of them in person, but I've been working with them since about February. So I know a few of the core people pretty well. Today, I got the feedback that the pace was slow. And I kind of know what they might mean by that, but I immediately went back and said, okay, great, let's work with that. What's slow? Give me some specifics. And tomorrow I do have a meeting with the person to, you know, help unpack that a little bit. One of the ideas that I've had is play music, just like you do here in your norm. And my sense is, I even had something queued up. I had a video that was, it was a little long. I was going to play it at the end, and I didn't do it. I ran out of time. I didn't prioritize it, basically. And I know that part of the reason for that is my presumptions and biases around that particular audience, who I really just haven't gotten the opportunity to know very well. And even though I don't know anyone here, I know the form of Epic, and I feel like I belong in the community of Epic. And I know many of you, if not all of you, are also part of that community. And so I think the question that I'm holding, that I would love input from facilitators, moderators, Benny, anyone, is how is there a way we can hasten belonging in those environments that are quite accustomed to the really fast pace, not bringing video on, not having things go out of the norm, or in the out of the ordinary, all of those things. And so yeah, I'm all ears if anybody's got some input on that. Thank you for hearing.
I don't know how this would help, but I know that I do a lot of tech support, and a lot of people stress out about tech because they don't understand how it works, or why they need it. And I found just telling everyone just to take a deep breath before we start tackling whatever problem it is they have or think they have, helps them clear their mind, so then that way they can focus a little bit better. I've been able to calm down a lot of very angry people using that technique, when they're calling wanting to know why something's not working, and then when, oh, it's a simple answer. Good, now I can do it myself. I don't have to pay you. And I'm like, fabulous. You never have to call me again. I did my job. So I don't know if something like that might help.
Thank you, Katie. Thankfully, I did have an excellent technician also who, like you, she rocks it. I don't have to think about any of that, but it's a really important point, to be sure. We did some polling, and it was the first time that I'd been using, is anybody familiar with the Key Hub's polarity model of polling? It's an extraordinary tool, and it's just getting off the ground, so it's too clunky for me, to be really honest with you, but it's a brilliant design, and so I am sticking with it. I'm going to help them get over the hump. And Katie, very much like you pointed out, it was on the other end. It's difficult to get, it was difficult for them to get their heads wrapped around asking basically 3 questions at the same time and playing with it. It's kind of a gamified polling system. And so one of the things that I think was slow was them getting used to something new technologically. So I think you make a really good point.
Vonda, if you can drop that tool in the chat, that'd be awesome. I think some people.
I would be happy to do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Vonda, hi, this is Jackie. And if you don't have an affiliate link for that tool, before you drop it in the chat, go get one. This is the world according to Jackie.
Okay, thank you. I'll go ask Vikas. In fact, I'm meeting with him tomorrow, so I'll ask him if he has an affiliate link first. But I also know that Vikas is probably just like, he's just eager to meet new people. And so if I tell him, hey, I just told everybody about you in this community, and he starts getting an influx, he'll know how to give me a little pat on the back. Thank you, Jackie.
You're welcome.
I think that's all. Yeah. Thanks, Jackie. That's really good. If anyone wants the tool, maybe send Vonda a message if you want to have a look at it now, because you might not be frothing to check it out later. Always like strike while the iron's hot. But yeah, appreciate the affiliate vibes. Yeah, I'd love to potentially drop us into breakout rooms, because from the feedback I've got from some of you, it's kind of somewhere where a lot of the magic occurs. Shannon's going to be my Katie, tech wizard for me. So what I'd love, how many of us are there? There's 16. Maybe we go in groups of 3. That would be nice. And in the essence of following the signal, I'm going to go with Sandy's question because I like that. It's a cool one. So the question is, so it'll be groups of 3. You'll have, sorry, this is my 3rd Zoom call. Here's the thing about being a host. You should, or you should, leaving Shouldville. There you go, Jackie. I shouldn't be saying should. It helps if you interact with everyone. So not just about talking, but do all the processes as well. So I didn't say what percentage I was at. I think on my first call this morning, I was at 80 odd, second call 90. And then I think 3rd hour of Zooming has dropped me down to about maybe 74 or something. So my brain's not working. And I didn't build in time between calls, which is also very crucial. So on-ramping and off-ramping is the terminology I use, because when we hit the Zoom highway, we want to be in a good space. So we want to have our water. We want to have gone outside.
Thing that you can use. It's called a positive prime session, and you can play it to the group at the beginning of every Zoom, and that actually gives you your own uplift and on-ramp. Don't know, just an idea.
Yeah, that's a pretty top idea. I'd love to try that. I haven't actually shared, whenever I've shared videos in the past, they haven't come through as well as they would. But yeah, let's definitely try that. Give it a crack next time. Because that's what we're all here for.
How about
right?
we prime everybody before the breakout and we watch a couple of seconds, and I can share my screen super quick because I've actually got one playing.
Perfect.
It's actually the super mix for emotional healing, which seems about perfect.
All right, awesome. So Kim's going to do the share. Kim's going to do the share. And then once we've watched the session, you'll get an invite from Shannon to jump into a room, and it'll just be a quick intro for yourself. And then the question will be, what was it again, Sandy? I'm just looking for it. What's something on your bucket list? So we'll say, what's something on your bucket list that you're still looking forward to?
Awesome. And
yeah,
all I need is to be allowed to share.
Oh, yep, cool. Just do that.
Yeah, I feel like I need to be allowed to have a bucket list. I'm just living now.
That's also awesome, I think. You should be sweet now, Kim. If that is you, did I give the right Kim Serafini? Because I know there's a couple floating around on the call. There we go. We're good. Is there any sound with it? Anyway,
there is for me. Can you hear any?
If you go to the bar at the top, Kim, on the far right where it has the dots, you can share sound.
Good. Awesome. Beautiful. There's something nice about doing positive prime with other people, isn't it? Especially when we're breathing and hanging out together. Magic. Okay, Shannon set up the room, so we're gonna give let's do 13 minutes, and we'll come back with 5. So if you get your invite, you want to jump in, up to you. But yeah, they're always great. So we'll send you via text the questions, but might be pretty easy to remember. Just to introduce yourself, spend about 2 or 3 minutes chatting about bucket list item and maybe elaborating on it. You can also try the hearing you say that made me feel vibe from last week if you feel the call. So yeah, hit go, Shannon. I'll pull out those instructions into the text. Beautiful. Yeah. Well, welcome back, everyone. I hope it was good. Feel free to, there's probably another 30 seconds till the rest return. Was it a good breakout room?
Yeah.
That's everyone back in the room almost. Cool.
Oh, brutal.
That's always the way, isn't it? Unfortunately, when we're on the clock. Feel free to pick up those conversations with any beautiful humans that you've met. Facebook page is a good place. And if you need us to connect you, let us know if you can't get through that way. Cool. Does anyone have anything that they'd like to share that they heard someone else share that was really awesome or inspirational or really stuck with them?
Almost everyone or all of us in the room that I was in, we all decided that we need to hurry up and get together and go to Australia. So that ended up on everyone's bucket list now.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I know Kim wants to throw a big party for everyone.
Sorry.
Sorry, yeah, go for it, Catherine.
We need some hugs, some real hugs.
Yeah. I feel that one. Yeah, party at Kim's. Better let Cameron know everyone's coming. Yeah, that'll be super special. We can't wait till everyone can come join us out in Queensland. It's amazing.
I love that. Let Cameron know. It's like, give Cameron full warning, Kim. Your tribe is showing up.
Oh, trust me, he knows you're all coming. Do you know, I've just popped into the chat, positiveprime.com/Aussie, AUSSIE. It's not actually available in the platform. We created it last year to help with the Aussie bushfire bravery movement. And I know that there are wildfires in parts of, well, in fact, lots of parts of the world at the moment, but absolutely in California. If you want to manifest coming to Australia, it's a very good session to watch. It seriously, we poured our hearts and souls, Mayumi and I, into a very special effort of curating images of lots of completely unknown, off the, tourist trap map images of little baby towns in Australia, and it's exquisite. It makes me feel blessed that Australia is my home.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me of that, Kim, because that's one of the first sessions I watched, and I was like, wow, this is really something special. And I think what you just mentioned there about, and there's quite a few authors on here, when you watch a session, you actually get that resonance from the author and what the intention was behind it. And so, yeah, magical.
Hey, do you know what? I'm going to ask Mayumi to duplicate it and call it Aussie, 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 oi, 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 and go put it in the actual Positive Prime platform so that anybody who wants to manifest a trip to Australia can, and will replace the actual statements with facts about Australia. And that makes me think, my golly gosh, we could do this for North America, for Canada, for Peru, for France. There will be a day when we all can, you know, be adventurous again and go and explore the world. And maybe we need a whole range of positive prime sessions per country. I love that idea. Anyway, I'll start with the one for Australia. And not that Mayumi doesn't have more than enough to do already, but this is the way we roll.
Got a thumbs up, so it's happening.
Yeah, look, she's great. Got a thumbs up. Thank you, beautiful.
So yeah, if you want to watch that session, save it now, the URL. We can put it in the replay as well. And in the essence of time and respect of time, we're just about to hit the top of the hour. So I want to say thanks to everyone. Big thanks to Kim for showing the session. It's great to pop in and share that with us. And thanks to everyone for sharing with open hearts. And if you want anything, feel free to email me at benny@positiveprime.com if anything like sparks your mind. And yeah, anything, if you need any help with facilitation stuff or the old Zoomy, happy to help. There's lots of wisdom in this group. But thank you very much. And yeah, see you all soon.